you are here in Calgary starting, what's the last month and a half been like for you just settling into this team and into this game?
I mean, it's really been a blessing to have the opportunity, not only to play football again, to be a part of an organization, to be back in the locker room, to be working towards a bigger goal with the collective and be around teammates. So that's been the biggest blessing, is really just being a part of a team again.
How challenging has it been for you to switch over from safety to halfback, especially in the Canadian game?
I mean, it's a little bit different, just adjusting to the game overall, but I mean, I try to be a sponge anywhere I go. I try to learn as much as possible and not just limit myself to one position. I was always taught the more you know, the better you are. And so for me, halfback's actually pretty similar to what I was doing, in American football. So,
is there any one guy or players or coach that you're looking to hear specifically for guidance or leadership?
I mean, like I said, I'm fortunate and blessed to be around a bunch of good guys, a bunch of guys who lead by example and who are vocal leaders. One of the first persons that I noticed when I first came in was BDS. Just the way that he communicates on the field, the way that he's always talking, it was somebody I could really relate to in how I play. And then obviously Damon Webb was another great example to just see how he plays, see how he operates, talk ball with him. Coach Miles obviously has been huge for me in my progression, and then also AG. He's another person who plays above the neck football, and it's awesome being on the same side as him.
I wonder, you just mentioned there's a bunch of new faces, there's new coaches. When you play a game finally, how far does that go in terms of building chemistry amongst you guys?
It goes far, obviously, because practice is one thing, but the game is a whole other thing. But the goal, honestly, is to try to replicate the game in practice as much as you can. Coach Slow always talked about not practicing, but training, and the difference between training and practicing. So we try to train as much as we can every opportunity we get, whether we're on the field, in the film room, watching films at home, whatever it may be. So like I said, the game is always a different beast, but you give yourself the best opportunity by how you prepare and how you train during the week.
So you passed the first big test against Hamilton, which has a pretty good offense. What does a win like that do for this team?
For us, it's just the first step, right? We're ways away from where we want to be. Ultimately, we all know that we have the same goal at the end of the season, and so how you accomplish that is by taking it day by day and really week by week. And there's no more important game than the next. And we got Toronto this week, so we're excited for the opportunity.